Good afternoon, everybody. Me and Mom just left Grandma's place. We stayed there for a little bit and visited, and now we're gonna go shopping. I know I said I was going to vlog more, and I'm going to, and that's what that is. So yeah, so Grandma's doing really good, and we told her all about our trip that we booked, and she's really excited for us, so that's really good. And I will check in later. Okay, this is like a really weird thing that happened. So I'm just boiling some eggs, which I don't do very often. However, I randomly put them in the pot, turned around, and then they look like this. They went all to the outside in like a perfect circle. Has anyone ever seen that before? It's weird. That's so weird. I didn't do that. That happened naturally. So bizarre. Science. Hello, everyone. I am debating on whether or not to vlog because it's been a couple of days since I vlogged, since I went to my grandma's and spent some time with my mom. The reason why I'm hesitant is because I haven't slept in 2 days, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Especially when it's coupled with other symptoms, physical symptoms. So like, I've been having issues with bladder infections, I believe after a lot of research and stuff, to have been like I had like a yeast issue, like not necessarily like crotch yeast, like just like yeast in my body. And my mom brought it up first. She saw it on the internet, of course, on YouTube or something, or it was on a show or something like that, and she mentioned it to me, and then she mentioned it to me again, and she said, you know, like, all the symptoms that you're having of the UTI are very similar, like in the bladder infection and the need for antibiotics and all that kind of stuff was very similar to a yeast overgrowth. And looking back on all the blood work, that was never really addressed because there was an actual infection, like 3 times. And I was on antibiotics for all of it, which I question grew this extra yeast, right? Sorry, I just showed my bosom. So I took the I'm gonna treat this myself approach and grabbed some Canestin pills and creams and potions and lotions and all that kind of stuff, and things got better. Things got a lot better really quickly. So I was kind of taking medical cues from other people who had kind of gone through this and had positive results. And now I'm one of them. So I'm gonna make a video more about that and sort of why I haven't been posting on YouTube a lot. My life has changed drastically in the last 9 months, in a lot of different ways. I'm in a different position in life that never thought I'd be in, doing things that, you know, I just honestly at a certain point in my life, I thought I'll never travel again, I'm gonna have to sell my house. I was in a really bad situation, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and then, you know, some of those variables changed, and while it didn't make a change of everything, it did make a change in the way that I can approach being unwell, which is not a an identifier or an identity that I want to have, but it's real. I have no immune system. I have no way to fight infections. And if I don't get plasma from people who are amazing people who donate, I would maybe not be here before it was found out. And I'm so grateful for those donors. For one treatment, it takes 10,000 donors because there's only a little bit of plasma in your blood. It's yellow initially, and then it turns clear, and then I've showed you guys the bottles and stuff like that. And if I don't keep up with that routine, things go downhill really, really quickly for me. So when we came back from Dominican in June, a week later I was in hospital for weeks and would be home for a few days and then would get unwell again, and side effects from the antibiotics and misdiagnoses and not for the first time a stigma of a prior diagnosis that I have, which I am highly going to fight because it's just right there every time you open my chart. And that's what people see first, and that's not necessarily what I want people to see me first as. And again, maybe that's something that I will eventually feel more comfortable talking about. But in the last couple of days, I went on Monday, I got my filler, my lips done, my eyes done, my Botox done, all that stuff. It was time for, sort of the reboot and just kind of keeping up with, I don't want it to wear out and then to gain wrinkles and things that I'm trying to prevent, because I do want to look my best while I don't feel well. And, I got the fillers in here, underneath my eyes, because I have really bad troughs from my dad's side of the family. And they are gone completely. I'm not even using eye cream anymore. I just use regular Proactive, which keeps my face acne free. And it's a rough recovery from having procedures done. I'm still swollen. I do have some bruising on my lips. And again, here I tend to bruise because that's where they do the trough. And how they do the cheekbones is they put a really big cannula right about here and right about here, and then they stick a needle and they just kind of go up with the filler, and then they squeeze it to kind of shape it and to get that that desired effect. A family member of mine had some work done as well, and she looks unbelievable. And I went to my injectionist. Her name is Dawn. She works at Skin Vitality. She works at all of them. If you seriously want to go in for a consult, this girl is fabulous, guys. She is realistic. Like I said to her, like, I don't want people to think that I had work done. I want them to know, right? Like, I love the big lips, despite the bruising and the pain. It hurts so bad, even though they're numbed. It hurts so bad. And the cannulas hurt, and the movement of the filler and all that kind of stuff. And then you have to sleep sitting up because you can't put any pressure where they've put the injections, because that can sometimes cause the product to move before it's solidly in there. And you do get a little bit of a thicker face initially before the swelling comes down, so I still feel like there's going to be improvements within the next little bit, but you can definitely tell here and here that there's a big difference. Maybe you can't tell, I don't know, but she also helped do some jaw work and lots of Botox. I think I got more Botox than I've ever gotten before, and my goal for Botox is not to be able to move my forehead or scrunch my eyebrows at all. So I can still do this, which bothers me, and I can still do a little bit, which bothers me, because there is a crevice that I guess I waited a little bit too long to do the Botox because it did kind of come back here a little bit. You can kind of see it, but I'm hoping that as the Botox kicks in, which can take up to 2 weeks, you don't see the results right away, which I don't think a lot of people know, and that's fine. So in the next 2 weeks, a week or so, things will be sort of how they will look. Yeah, so there's that, and I've had a lot of gut issues along with the bladder and UTI and all these infections and kidney issues and stones, and I've been having a lot of, this is going to be some TMI, so if you don't like poop talk, you can skip ahead like maybe like 35 seconds because it won't be that long. I am either severely constipated or I have extreme diarrhea. So I'm tested negative for Crohn's, for colitis, all that kind of stuff. They've done all that testing, and I think that it's because I have been very unhealthy to my gut, and I really do need, and I have Lilu coming to say hi. Oh, baby boy. He was such a cuddle bug today. Mom actually got on the phone and said hi to him, and he cried at her over the phone. Over the phone, he misses her. He wants her to come over and feed him treats because that's what she gets, or that's what he gets from my mama. So he's just gonna be in the video with me now. He's such a love bug. I love him so much, so much. He's got this weird cough though, and it's not productive. Nothing vomits up. There's no hairballs anywhere. I thought COVID, because cats can catch COVID. But he seems to be doing a little bit better. His breathing's a little bit better. But he does still have that leaky eye. And I clean it every day, but I'm going away again. Mom and I booked the trip that we have been talking about probably since my dad passed away. Maybe not the first 2 years, but definitely after that we wanted to go away over Christmas and celebrate it, just the two of us, because basically that's all it's been since my dad passed away, other than my grandparents for a little bit, and then sorry, my hair's like whoo, afro-y. And then after my grandpa passed away, it was like my grandma, and then she didn't feel comfortable leaving her apartment on Christmas because it's a lot for her. She's 94, and she is a force to be reckoned with. I am telling you, if you piss that woman off, you do not want to be on the other end of it. But on the flip side, she has so much love and so much appreciation for others, and she truly shows that. And she is someone who, despite the fact that she lived a little bit of a bit actually of a difficult life with my grandpa, who I absolutely love to death. He's passed away now. She has a lot of control issues, and those are valid, completely valid for what she's been through in her life. So anyway, I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh yes, so Mom and I booked our trip for Christmas and New Year's. So we are leaving on December 21st, and we are coming back on January 4th. I have already booked the same room. I have been in contact with our private butler. Her name is Mercedes. She is an amazing woman, an amazing mom. I'm going to get her on the vlogs for sure when we get there. And she's got our room already booked. She's got a refrigerator there that's going to be set to the temperature that I need my medication to be at. And she's just going to be just a big part of our vacation again, because she was, the first time she helped out a lot. So yeah, so the past couple days, not been great. I've been laying in bed a lot, cuddling with this monster. I've also come to terms with the fact that because I've lost weight recently in the last year and a half after coming off of high doses of prednisone, I have like some skin issues and my neck really bugs me because it looks like it's fat, but it's not. It's just like some extra skin, and I wonder if they do like a neck pull, like that. I don't know. Would that work? I don't even know if that would work. A neck pull? Is that even a thing? I know there's tape that you can put on your neck and like make it look skinnier, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, so my face has been pretty much makeup free since Monday. I'm just trying to keep it as clear and as clean as possible, especially when this guy rubs his face on my face or he tries to headbutt me, which he does all the time to get my attention. I have had to, push him away, and he's a big boy. He is a big boy. He is probably 20 pounds. Other things that are happening. My house flooded. The pipes that were underground were clay, and the tree roots from around this area are very deep and apparently very strong because they broke through the clay pipes and caused a huge flood and a backup of sewer into my bathroom, my bathtub, my spare room, my hallway, and it was a mess. And I dealt with plumbers who are mostly men, and when they see a female by themselves, I feel that they take advantage. Same thing that happened with the roof, same thing that happened with the plumbing, same thing that's going on with the furnace that's now going to have to be replaced, along with the air conditioner. It's all men that are in these sort of, mostly men. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't generalize. I'm sure there are some very great female HVAC techs out there and stuff like that, but the people that I unfortunately have come across, not great people. Either they didn't show up, or they would charge my card and not show up, or say that I'd given them the wrong house number. I think these guys are pros at how to scam seemingly helpless women. And let me tell you, by the end of it, I was not helpless, because I was told that they would take out the toilet, fix, the clog, and then go to the front and dig up the front of the house and replace the clay with real piping that won't be, torn apart by roots. And it costs a lot of money, like a lot of money. This house is getting very old. It's like from the 1920s, like it's been renovated a bunch of times, but not since 2002, so things are like over 20 years old. My fridge and stove, my washer dryer, all those things are going to have to be replaced. So moving is definitely going to be something in my future, but I also don't want to lose out on the rental income that I have from being in a duplex and owning that. However, my current tenant is trying my nerves, but he is watching this little guy for me while I'm away. Yeah, so we're going, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna celebrate Christmas. We're gonna call my grandma on Christmas, set up a time that we can all be there and have a quick Merry Christmas and cheers, and who knows what we're gonna do on New Year's Eve. We might stay up and party and drink, or we might go to bed and just say Happy New Year in the morning. I don't know. I never know what's gonna happen when we go away. And a lot of people have been asking me about why I go for 2 weeks, because it does seem like a long time to go. But here's my reasoning for it. I've been on vacation for a week. The first day is a write-off. You're traveling, you're tired, you're excited, you haven't slept, you're worrying about your luggage and money and all that kind of stuff. And then, so that's one day gone out of 7. And then the day that you leave is depending on when you leave and when your car's picking you up and how long it takes to get to the airport and all that kind of stuff, that's another day totally gone. So now you're down to 5 days. For me, I have to be honest and say that out of 7 days, I'm gonna have 2 bad days. It's just the way it is. It's my reality. It's how it is. No matter how well I take care of myself before we go away, or how, whatever, I'm either just extremely exhausted from the stress of traveling, because I love vacationing. I just hate the travel part of it, which I will go into again a little bit later. But so that's, 2 days travel, 2 days feeling like shit. You have 2 days left, really. And a day, like 3 days left, maybe, after that. And I just don't think that's enough. It's not enough time for me. I don't even get a tan the first week. It takes me a while because I don't lay out in the sun and, if I'm in the water, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I've decided that I am never going for less than 2 weeks unless I'm traveling by myself. Then I would consider a 10-day vacation, 12-day maybe, or something like that. Maybe not 2 weeks, because 2 weeks completely by yourself. I'm sure I'd make friends, and this is where the cat tries to choke me. And I don't want to lose out on those days, because they are well paid for. We got the same room, the same swim up pool, all that kind of stuff. Butler, private beach, preferred club. We are, taken care of 100%. I got somebody come and fluff my pillow for me before I go to sleep. It's just bananas, this place, and I love it, and it's cozy, and it does feel like home and all of that stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing Mercedes again. She's a really cool chick, and we're gonna bring some gifts for her and her daughters maybe, and just help them celebrate it too, because they have to work and they have families. And I would love to learn the traditions in the Dominican, and bring maybe like a small paper Christmas tree or something to put up. And and again, this is a big part of it too, because we're spending the money on the trip, which is, because of the time of year, extremely expensive. One ticket cost as much as 2 tickets did back in June. So they really, really increased the prices, which, you have to do what you have to do. Yeah, you have to do what you have to do. You don't have a choice. I mean, depending on how luxurious or how crappy or whatever it is, that's your vacation. You do what you do, you. It just has everything that we wanted, and we didn't want to go to a place that we didn't know. And the whole issue with my medication last time was so stressful, and this time I feel way more prepared, knowing that everything is going to be there, ready for us, no matter what time we land, no matter what time we get onto the resort. Our room is going to be ready. The temperature will be at the right temperature in the refrigerator. There's a sign on it that says, please do not open, in both English and Spanish. That way the cleaners don't come in and think that they have to clean out the fridge at all. I'm just really excited. I'm really, really excited. And I'm really excited to spend time with my mom. And we get along so well. Like, we're such good travel partners. We're very easygoing, all of that stuff. Like, very easy to it just works. And I think that came from living with her for so long during COVID and the times that I've been sick and whatnot. So anyway, I'm just really looking forward. I gotta call the car service tomorrow. So yeah, so I don't have any makeup on. This is just me. It's my face right now. Final results will be next week, and I will do a before and after. I did some before pictures. Again, Dawn C, Skin Vitality. She works out of almost all of the locations, which are a lot. Oakville, Stony Creek, Hamilton. Hamilton's a brand new one that they just opened. As much as I complained about the pain, it only lasts a short time. It's not like surgery, but it definitely is invasive, and I'm a little bit of a baby. So even though the numbing cream should have prevented me from feeling anything, I felt it. It hurts. And they don't necessarily, and this is what I didn't know about lip injections. They don't, they don't like go in here, right? They go out here. So they actually bring your lip line, if you're getting them done properly, above what your natural lip line is. And then they go in and they put in the little dots and spots and all that kind of stuff about where it should be in terms of how it fits your upper lip to your lower lip, if you can close them, because some people get them too filled and they can't even close their mouths or open their mouths, and they have to get the hyaluronic filler thing to like get rid of it, and that's got to be scary. So yeah, so just circling back to the beginning of this video, which is 24 minutes long, and I'm not going to edit it at all, and I'm actually going to add it on to the one that I just did earlier, because there was only a few things. The egg thing, super weird, super weird. So when I get back from Dominican, I have some plans to get my chompers done. I'm gonna get some porcelain veneers. I'm looking forward to it because I had braces as a child, but I did not wear my retainer. That bruise is really bothering me. Oh, Lily's coughing again. It's okay, Bubba. It's okay. It's okay. Bruise, yeah, it's just sticking around. Those ones hurt. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna try and get on here more often. That way I'm not a rambly, ramble guts. I am going to try. So on YouTube, there's this thing called Vlogmas, and people start vlogging daily from November 1st to January 1st, or December 1st to January 1st. And it's a way to garner more views, more comments, stuff like that. And while that would be nice to me, I don't think I could commit to a month of daily vlogging, because frankly, some of my life is really boring. Like, other than a quick trip to get medicine today, I haven't left the house, so what am I gonna have you like watch me do? So anytime I leave this house from now on, I'm gonna do a little bit of vlogging and then patch it together and maybe put something up every 2 to 3 days and see how that goes. And I'm really trying with Instagram. I don't like the layout. I don't like all the different things that you can do, and I'm looking into these Facebook stories and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end this. I just took my medicine, which I'm gonna go really quick for this because so it's like, there's my medicine. So it comes in a blister pack, and I just pop off a little container and I take that, and about 35 to 40 minutes later, I am out like a light and I can sleep soundly for 8 hours sometimes. So it's definitely beneficial for those meds. So I'm gonna close this out, but I'm almost gonna almost immediately restart it, because I do have some other things to chit chat about. So my hair, yes, I pull my hair out when I'm stressed, and I've been stressed, people, so I have been pulling out my hair, and some of my medication makes my hair fall out. So Lohifa does her magic, and now I've got all this new growth. I just have to figure out what hair I'm going to wear to the Dominican. Should I do this style, which actually is, when properly styled, is a mohawk. So all of the braids go all the way up through the back, and then that way, oh god, and his hair's growing back too. And then you pin it up and it is a mohawk, or you go to the side and it's like a side hawk. Or do I go with my regular ponytail and that? The good thing about this is that it probably won't get in the water that much, but I would like a little bit longer if that is possible. So I'll have to do a video chat with my girl though, who literally is a godsend and a blessing to me. And I have to say that of all of the times I've been in the hospital, hundreds of times that I've been in the hospital and been really, really sick, especially when COVID hit, I didn't want visitors, and I was very clear about that. And my last really long admission, which was 10 days for the IV antibiotics, and my body wasn't absorbing B12 and iron and ferritin and all that stuff, and I needed massive infusions of those minerals and vitamins. Still getting frequent B12 shots, which my mom is doing, thank God, because I can't do the intramuscular myself. It's too hard. I do enough sub-Q throughout the day. Anyways, yeah, so that's okay. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna end this, I promise, because I am going to 30 minutes now, and I will be Vlogmas. So I'm gonna do a Vlogmas on my holiday trip. So I'm going to try and post a 10 to 15 minute video a day, limited editing, limited anything other than to show you what I'm experiencing. And the reason that I didn't do it last time was because I really had a wonderment of how luxury can be. Yeah, so not feeling great, not feeling super bad, feel like $1,000,000. And that's it for today. So I will let this bruised face heal, and then I'll take some photos and post them on my next video. Okay, bye guys. I hope you had a great day, and my visit with my grandma was excelente. I really love her. She's the strongest woman I know, including, actually, both her and my mom are the strongest women I know. They are my tribe. So, bye guys.